Hi guys. I'm good. I am finally done with all the sanitizing of my grocery. It only took us 6 hours to do everything. That's all.
Oh my god. सारा कितने हफ्तों के लिए लेके आई हो?
वही ना
3 weeks.
That's
Plus
good.
or minus. Yeah, 3
That's
weeks.
perfect. मैं भी जब जाती हूँ तो 3 weeks के लिए, अभी तक तो गई नहीं. अब सब कुछ खत्म हो गया, so I need to go. मेरे बेटे को अभी सब कुछ खत्म हो गया है.
We went.
मैं कहा you mean सारा junk food खत्म हो गया.
Exactly. Yeah, actually, I say the first couple of weeks we really did go all out on the snacks, like chips or salsa or वो सब दिल भर गया. We're like normal पे आ गए.
I know, yeah.
Bas normal grocery. Yeah. But the quantity is so much, and then on top of it, like so we went for grocery, and like first we went to Costco, and ye lambi line, like tha wali line.
Weekend भी तो है हाँ.
Palto, no line, like outside line, 6 foot apart, this thing.
अच्छा.
Like same, we went to a grocery store, same thing. Everywhere we went, there's a line outside. They're only letting in like 30-40 people inside an entire store at a time. And you're like, you're trying to get it all done in one shot. And I'm like, oh man, this thing has become a production. So it's like, do it in one shot, get home, sanitize it all, put it away.
How long did you have to wait, in line?
Like, it depends. Like the smaller lines, 15-20 minutes to get inside the store. But Costco, we did not go in.
Say.
Like I'm not even going to try for Costco right now. Yeah.
Better?
So
can you guys see me better now?
Oh, much better.
पहले भी ठीक था.
पहले वो तेरी
यार बिट्टू तेरी चाय किधर है?
Cheers.
Shukr alhamdulillah. Okay, cheers guys to the first.
Yes,
ladies. Spiritual chat, whatever we want to call this thing. Oh my goodness. You had a what did you talk about on last night's show, Bittu? What show was it?
So it was a late night show with Asim Siddiqui. And I missed you there.
तो ज़्यादा ही late हो गया था.
I'm so sorry.
मैं थक गई थी. I was like, क्या हो गया? 2 घंटे का प्रोग्राम था यार. 2 hours. And I was like, okay.
हमें किधर जाना है?
तो मुझे जो सुनने वाले हैं वो कितने थक गए.
हमें किधर जाना था?
Thank you so much for being there and listening throughout, and it means a lot to me.
मैं तो बहुत enjoy करी थी. It was good. पहले तो हंसी आई थी इस बच्चे पे जो he started singing and then बेचारा he thought it was karaoke.
I think he was thinking something else कि पता नहीं क्या वो सारे singers होंगे, सारे बैठे गा रहे होंगे and what not.
अरे बेचारा.
वो बेचारा कोशिश कर रहे थे कि वो बस कर दे tried to cut in, but he couldn't hear anything. He was like in his zone.
I know. He was feeling very lost. He was feeling like मैं कहाँ आ गया? This is not my place to be, And I think that was something.
And बिट्टू का भी scene था. बिट्टू भी in out.
मेरा for some reason जब कुछ होता था तो mute हो जाता था या मुझे आवाज नहीं आती थी नोमी की.
Yeah.
And I'm like I had to go back. और साथ में पता क्या हो रहा था? मुझे लोग कॉल कर रहे थे. अब जब कॉल करते हैं ना
तो फिर वो खराब हो जाता था.
पूरा डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाता
है.
So I need to go actually मुझे वो कोई कह रहा था कि you need to go on computer and do it from there, not from the phone.
Or like your iPad. Or like a tablet or iPad or something.
I don't have it. एक था वो कांचे हो गया.
Hi. So
and then in the end when you said कि I'm Reiki master and the other person Farooq said oh मैं भी pendulum करता हूँ. I was like oh my god you're the top.
I know that one. I was like oh my god I didn't know. So एक बंदा है right Farooq साहब है. वो बाद में आए. He joined in later ना. तो I've already talked about my Reiki का business का and all this stuff. अपना art का सारा मैंने करके पारी हो गई थी. बाद में मैंने जब उनको thank you करने के लिए किया कि thank you so much आपने मुझे introduce किया मेरा Reiki का business and art का. कहते भाई आपको Reiki आती है? मैं कहा हाँ कितने अच्छा. मुझे क्या कहते मैं भी pendulum की वो meditation करता हूँ.
Dowsing करता हूँ हाँ.
I was like wow that's like amazing तो हम आपस में excited होके बातें करने शुरू हुए. तो वहाँ पे नोमी और जो host था वो कहते ऐसे करते हैं इनको अलग
show होने देते. No, but it's always, but it's always a surprise. For some reason, Desi community में there's always a surprise when you meet somebody who's into spiritual or metaphysical aspect of things.
So, Nida, इससे वाकई पता चला कि हमारी community में we are not the only ones.
No.
Really,
We're just not
Not at
sharing.
all.
we are not sharing.
We're not sharing.
Yeah,
Huh.
we're really not sharing, which is sad. And I'm just so grateful to you that you actually pushed me and Mahi to come and talk to you and about all this stuff.
ये सिर्फ एक selfish endeavor है. हम 3 साल से कह रहे हैं, for 3 years we're like, बिट्टू तुम कब करोगे वो वीडियो? बिट्टू तुमने कहा था उस दिन चैट पे कि you'll explain this more, you'll do a video about it. और वो वीडियो कभी नहीं आती है.
हमारा भी selfish endeavor ये है कि हर एपिसोड में निदा गाना गाएगी.
सुनने को मिलेगा. सुनो वैसे कल, okay, I have to say something about all this, but first let's just introduce ourselves real quick. Like do like a quick, very like brief introduction, Twitter version introduction. We're not that important. And then I want to tell you guys about my singing lesson. I want to get into Fatma's, Bittu's like some of this stuff, this video she's been promising us, and all this unlocking that Mahi's been doing for people, like some incredible stories. So I'll start with myself. Long story short, I'm in personal development. I know about spiritual energy stuff. I've been doing it for a really long time, and I'm a huge advocate of a truly empowered woman, not the modern day, but then feminist bullshit to chal rahi hai. So my objective is always to like facilitate conversations like this with people who have so much incredible stories to share. So that's one of my gifts, and along with singing. And I'll hand it over to you, Bittu.
मैं कहाँ से शुरू करूँ?
You'll be introducing yourself at every show.
हाँ?
हर show पे introduction होगा तुम्हारा, तो please.
I know, so I guess this is a practice.
Yeah, exactly.
नहीं, practice कल हो चुकी थी.
हाँ, correct.
Oh, yes, at the show.
That is true. उसमें भी मैंने पता नहीं क्या बोंगिया मारी है मगर मार दी थी, but ये कि of course I was like very grateful कि मुझे क्या कहते ज्वाइन उन्होंने किया और मुझे इंट्रोड्यूस किया. मेरा रेकी का बिजनेस, ऑफ कोर्स आई वांटेड टू प्रमोट दैट, एंड मैंने जो कैलीग्राफी है, इस्लामिक कैलीग्राफी, दैट्स माय टैलेंट्स. सो उन्होंने बेसिकली मुझे कहा कि ओके कम एंड शो अस व्हाट डू यू हैव, वही टिकटॉक का सारा कुछ. सो बेसिकली आई एम it's been 10 years now. Wow. Yeah, actually more than 10 years. I've been a Reiki practitioner. पहले अपने आप को करती थी, मगर ऑफ कोर्स क्योंकि मुझे इस्लामिक में आई एम वेरी स्पिरिचुअल एंड इस्लामिक आल्सो, तो मुझे था कि पहले आई हैव टू नो माय साइड कि मेरी कहाँ पे है, आई वांट टू नो कि हु एम आई, मेरे अंदर ये चीज़ है कि नहीं है, सो देयर इज अ डाउट ऑलवेज टू ब्रिंग इट आउटवर्ड्स बिफोर टू द पब्लिक. सो आई वांट टू मेक श्योर 100% कि इट इज ट्रूथ, इट इज राइट, बिकॉज मौला अली कहते हैं कि स्टे ऑन द हक, बी ऑन द ट्रूथ. तो मैं नहीं चाहती थी कि मैं कोई किसी को गुमराह करूं या किसी को गलत पाथ में लेके जाऊं, जस्ट बिकॉज अगर मैं हूँ गुमराह, तो दैट इज लाइक द बिगेस्ट सिन, मेरी नज़रों में. तो आई हैड टू मेक श्योर कि हाउ इट्स लिंक्ड टू इस्लामिक एंड कहाँ है. मैंने पढ़ा, कुरान में पढ़ा, मैंने देखा कि ओके हाउ इट्स लिंक्ड, बिकॉज it started, although it's Japanese technique, मगर ये कि उनके भी अगर आप पीछे जाते हो तो it started from Hazrat Isa, तो अगर हजरत ईसा है तो हम तो हजरत ईसा को मानते हैं. तो वो कहाँ से शुरुआत हुई, मैंने फिर सारा अपनी कहीं से नहीं, मैं अपना ही रिसर्च करना शुरू कर दिया. मैंने कहा हाँ इस्लाम में कहाँ लिखा है, कुरान में कहाँ लिखा है, किस तरह है, ऑल दिस स्टफ. इट टर्न्ड आउट इट्स सो मच देयर कि वही वाली बात है ना कि रिवर्टिंग, वी हैव फॉरगॉटन आवरसेल्व्स कि who we are. And now slowly I'm reverting myself into who I'm supposed to be, and I'm so grateful that Allah has given me this opportunity to find who I am. And a lot of people are not blessed with that, and I'm
and your paintings
and my so that's another talent I have. My Islamic paintings, I started doing that a year ago, and I think you two were the first one who I even mentioned about my dream, if you remember that, how Daddy came.
I do. I very clearly remember that incredible dream, and we'll talk about it. We should mention that later.
We'll talk about that story too. But that you were there to validate that that's something. It's in you. So बस ये करती हूँ, बाकी ये कि TikTok
हमारी बकवास सुनती रहती हो, हमें हैंडल करती रहती हो, हमारी
बहन को. I love you guys so much. मेरा ख्याल है तुम लोग मुझे हैंडल कर रहे हो.
That's the best part about having a couple of really close girlfriends is you know that you can trust them with your growth, with your failures, with your mistakes.
Right.
And you're
being the biggest supporters. I believe that supporting is the biggest gift you can give it to anyone, really. And you guys being there, supporting, you know, maybe try kuch bhi ho, whatever I'm doing, you know, you're there just to support me. Many people are not there, which is very discouraging sometimes. But then I see I have so much support, especially last night. I was overwhelmed. जो मैंने show अपना किया है, there were like 407 comments. और मैंने I had to go back just to see, not to see my show, like what I did, just to see what my friends were and my family were saying. इतना इन्होंने enjoy किया नीचे, you know, Mahi can, you know, validate that. They were just having another show, अपना ही मजे का, you know. So I wanted to be that part, you know. I was like, नहीं, Vikash maybe comment कर सकती है, you know, उन्होंने full time इन्होंने मस्ती.
Like more interactive, like so if you could have seen it, you could have
encourage me, just to, you know, support me. And I think that meant a lot to me because that was my first show ever, you know. I was doing live and going, and I had no idea what I was going to do, but just being there for me, unki presence made me so comfortable that I was totally myself. I didn't have to fake it there, you know. So that really helped.
So you were like basically Oprah. Oprah's always herself.
I guess I had to be myself. I cannot be I cannot be, you know, fake, but it's just very being there for the first time, you know, to public.
Vese, I have to hand it to you, but Mahi, she gets the award for the longest freaking intro ever.
मैं वही कह रही थी ये ट्विटर वर्जन तो नहीं रहा ना, ये तो
वही मैं देख रही, मैंने इसको एहसास कब होगा ये ट्विटर वर्जन को बहुत जो ना पिछली सदियों में छोड़ के आ चुकी है.
See, that's the problem with me when I talk to you guys. मैंने कहता बस बोलती रहो because you guys understand me, you know. So it's very I'm just gonna zip.
नहीं तो एक चीज मुझे तुम बताओ निदा, मुझे एक बात बताओ, जब ये I mean, तुम ये वीडियो लगाओगी राइट, तो वीडियो में हम तीनों नजर आएंगे या सिर्फ जो बोलता है वो नजर आएगा, ताकि मैं पीछे कुछ कर सकूं ना.
तीनों नजर आएंगे. यही देखो, मैंने अपनी कुछ 2 सेकंड पहले हरकत भी की थी ना, मैंने अपनी लिपस्टिक वाइप की थी अपने टिश्यू पे. अभी बड़ी हरकतें होंगी, unknowingly you're like, you know,
बच्चे आएंगे, सारा कुछ.
हाँ सब होगा. खैर है. अच्छा, माही का इंट्रोडक्शन क्या है?
My name is Mayin Agha. मुझे बिट्टो ने introduce किया था Reiki को, and now I'm a Reiki master. I am also a crystal master. I work with crystals, and पीछे art भी है, crystal wands भी हैं. These days I'm working on the silver method, working on training my mind, and you know, working on different healing modalities, and I think that's where my path was, you know. बस बिट्टो को मुझे हिलाने की जरूरत थी, मैं शूं.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, okay. एक spark देना होता है वो बंदा, you know.
And the thing is like, so, and I can't believe, by the way, I forgot to even say my name when I was introducing myself. Like, everybody should know me by now, right? So my name is Nida Ali Kazmi, and no, I am not Rahat Kazmi's daughter, which I get that question relatively often, even though he was my favorite to this day childhood actor. I do think we should talk about, you know, a little bit, again, like a short version of how we got started on our journey into spirituality, because you only ever forge that path when something has gotten to the point where you're like, you know, मैं बचपन से कहे चली जा रही हूँ या feel कर रही हूँ कुछ, something is not right or something else happens, then you maybe ignored it for some period of your lifetime growing up, बड़ों ने कहा, whatever, and then you get to the point where you're like, not another day. Like I am going to figure something out. I don't even know what it is, but I have to get to the next thing because there's more. This isn't the full picture. And I believe that we're born with this, the ultimate knowing, जो कि हमारे, you know, पलने पालने में like निकाल दिया जाता है, due to nobody's fault, but it's just their lack of knowing. And I think you would all agree that it's been so much fun coming back to it. It's not been like an arduous, like this, you know, hero's journey, जिसमें मार कुटाइयाँ पिटाई हुई और बड़ी, you know, खाई, embarrassment भी बेइज्जती हुई है, like, of course, natural life mistakes, but it's been a fun journey to come to this. So I think let's start with Mahi. Like, you know,
yes,
how long have
I know. Thank you.
Okay, Bittu ko last में करूँगी because Bittu का like, you know, Bittu की theories निकलने. मैं और मारी बोलेंगे और फिर बिट्टू सब चीजों को टाइल करेगी beautiful theory में.
The last one. Thank you.
मजा आएगा.
I don't like being the first one.
Oh. अच्छा, मैं शुरू करूँ?
Yes, please.
अच्छा.
इरशाद.
हाँ. So it's all about finding the truth and your truth. ठीक है ना? That's where the search begins. You start asking questions. इन दोनों को भी याद है कि मैं पूछी थी ये क्यों क्या जरूरत है? You know, ठीक तो है. My life's fine. What do I need to find? I'm okay. I have a husband, kids. My life is going on. But then, when the consciousness expands and you begin to connect more with God, with your reality, with your higher self, there's a new truth that forms. ठीक है ना? फिर आपने जितना पढ़ा होता है कुरान में, for example, या आपने मजलिसों में सुना होता है, या आपने you know different speeches में सुना होता है, then you connect the dots, you connect your own dots. ठीक है ना? कुछ चीजों की explanations खुद ही आने लगती हैं. And the journey was कि जब ये सारा कुछ हुआ था, then I started reflecting on my past. ठीक है ना? और मुझे नहीं पता कि मैं तुम लोगों को बताया है या नहीं, but मुझे चीजें याद आनी शुरू हुई थी when I was like 3, 4, 5 years old. क्योंकि I'm clairvoyant.
Yes.
I'm clairvoyant. I can see. Okay? मुझे अपनी memories 100% colored में याद है, you know, बचपन की. And I could see auras back in the day. I could see energy. I used to talk to my spirit guides. ठीक है ना? मैं दीवार के सामने बैठ के ना उनका पूरा काउंसिल करती थी. मुझे सारी मेमोरीज आ गई आहिस्ता आहिस्ता वापस.
हमें ये नहीं बताया. मुझे तो नहीं बताया.
नहीं बताया.
I'm hearing this for the first time.
हाँ, क्योंकि ये मुझे आहिस्ता आहिस्ता आ रही चीजें, because I'm getting clearings done by other healers as well, right? तो मुझे काफी चीजें वापस आ रही हैं. You know, वो वाली बात कि तुमने जो कहा था, as life progresses and we start getting involved in the society and you know people start saying कि यार क्या कलर नजर आ रहे हैं, दिमाग सही करो अपना, you know, कुछ नहीं है, you know, अपनी आंखें, तुम्हारी आंखें खराब हो गई हैं, you know, and then they make you feel that you are the wrong person and there's something wrong with you when there is nothing wrong with you. And then you lose out on your abilities, your psychic abilities and your psychic senses, जो हर एक के पास होती हैं, you know, and then and the search is to get them back. And I think that all of us are at a point where maybe we just have 1 or 2 clairs missing, and or we have all of them, and we're back.
That's an incredible story, because you know these are things जो मतलब आपके दिमाग में होती, memory bank में आपके होती हैं, and जो आप बड़े होते हैं, you almost like start, I remember like you almost start convincing yourself कि वो बचपना था, वो, I don't even know if I'm remembering this thing correctly, accurately, whatever. But what happens is like there's always that one person, or maybe if you're lucky even more, जो कि आपको आके कुछ ना कुछ like कहते रहते हैं कि like नहीं, like किसी ने, मुझे याद है किसी ने मेरा हाथ देखा था एक बार, and they were like, you know, I remember जब भी कोई किसी ने मेरा हाथ देखा या has been around me, the wise person has always told me like there's something else about you, there's something really magnanimous about you, and you know, like you're gonna go very far, because there's only so much that even they know, right? And so then that puts this thing inside of you like, oh, kuch hai, right? Like, because I feel like in my body, I'm like, yaar, main kaun si 5 futta body mein atak gayi hu? I'm like 10 feet tall. Like, why am I running into everything? Why am I so limited? Oh, phir mujhe yaad hai, when I had these feelings for a long time. And I used to have discussions with my brother, who used to encourage me. मैं भाई से एक दिन मैंने हिम्मत, you know, करके भाई से कहा कि भाई, like I've been on this planet before. Like I don't know, I cannot explain to you the familiarity I have with this place. And he was like, of course you have. जब plants themselves can come out of the ground and go back into the ground, they're part of the soil, as are you. So you are part of already something that was here before. Of course, and I couldn't believe that my brother was, you know, like taking it completely normally. And that encouraged me to go listen to, I think, the most incredible lecture that I've heard, which is Bruce Lipton's Biology of Belief, which is all about epigenetics. He's a molecular biologist who explains physics, the first law of physics, and quantum mechanics also, and walks you through it in a very scientific, logical manner. But ultimately, when I went to see Avatar, when it came out, that was it. I went and saw that movie. I walked out and I looked at my then husband and I was like, that's it. I know I've been here before. And I don't care what anyone says, I'm gonna go figure this out. Or jaise taise kar kar ke, I went and stumbled through my way and discovered this thing and that thing and this thing. And it's just, it freed me of this like weird feeling inside, like I know there's something more and I don't know who I am, so here we are.
और इतने मजे की बात है कि कुछ लोग when things do start aligning and you are looking at the messages that are showing up, there are a number of people who keep saying the same thing over and over, and then you're like, maybe I should pay attention.
Yes, exactly. Like I remember even मुझे एकदम से मुझे एक memory अपनी याद आई. मैं जैसे माही कह रही थी कि मैं 3 साल की थी, 4 साल की थी. I remember मैं 4 साल की थी, मेरी अम्मी किचन में थी, and one day I got so fed up. I went to her and I said, अम्मी मुझे वापस घर जाना है, and she's like, घर में तो और कहाँ घर जाना, नानी के जाना. I was like, नहीं, मुझे वहां जाना जहां से मैं आई थी. मैं वहां पे क्वीन थी और मेरे पास मैं इतने सारे पावर्स थे और मैं I could fly, मैं फ्लाई करती थी, मैं ये करती थी, मैं वो करती थी, और मैं यहाँ क्यों हूँ? And of course, my mother would laugh because it's a child and she doesn't know what to make of it. But when I remember that memory, I was floored because I was like, I always knew this thing. And that's that gap inside that that you're more. Now, whether that memory was completely accurate or not accurate, but ultimately that you're more than what they tell you are. You have more gifts, like Mahi said, than they tell you have. And that's the ultimate purpose here, is to go figure that out. हाँ बोलो
You're next जहाँ पर भी तुम हो
जल्दी टाई करो, ये इतनी मजे की स्टोरी.
पेट में दर्द हो रहा था, इसके पेट में दर्द हो रहा था.
I will say something. So इसी बात पे you just said कि I feel कि there's something else inside me. I feel bigger than who I am originally, right? Yeah. इसी बात पे I'm going to share a quote by Maula Ali to validate you. Why do you feel that way? It's because Maula Ali ने खुद कहा हुआ है कि एक इंसान को खुद नहीं अपने बारे में पता हुआ कि वो क्या है. उसके अंदर पूरी यूनिवर्स की, पूरी कायनात की एक एंटिटी अंदर बैठी हुई है. We are all connected. So just imagine, like क्योंकि we are all connected. जो मैं oneness की बात क्यों करती हूँ, क्योंकि हर चीज जुड़ी हुई है. So like you said कि plant जैसे उगता है, अंदर जाता है, फिर तो not only plant, everything, Nida, everything is inside you. Everything. So you are so much bigger than you think than who you are, in this body. तो वो कभी कभार तुम्हें feel होता है कि oh my God, like ये मैं नहीं हूँ, because what you're doing right now is you're seeing your physical self, and you're like, yeah, ये मैं नहीं हूँ, I'm more than this. So I believe, मेरा टाइम आ गया ना बोलने का?
हाँ, I think हमने दे दिया.
So okay, I believe कि हम क्यों पैदा हुए. So कोई किसी से पूछे कि अच्छा ये हमें जिंदगी क्यों मिली है? There's so many people who ask यार अल्लाह ने हमें ये जिंदगी क्यों दी है? I believe, ये मेरा भी belief है सिर्फ. So this is, I'm not talking about basis on के लिए. But I believe कि अल्लाह ताला ने हमें इस दुनिया में टेस्ट के लिए भेजा है. एक टेस्ट है हमारा, ठीक है? Which before coming in we agreed upon, ठीक है? We said कि yes हम ये इम्तिहान लेंगे, ठीक है? अल्लाह कहता है अच्छा okay go, मैं तुम्हारा इम्तिहान लेता हूँ. You agree to it, हमने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन किया है, ठीक है? अब वो इम्तिहान क्या है? वो इम्तिहान ये है to find who we are, who we really are. Why are we here? What are our purposes in this world? To life की जो meaning है ना, is to find our gifts, and purpose is then अल्लाह कहता है to give it to my people. जो मैंने लोगों को बनाया, अपने लोगों को यहाँ पे रखा हुआ है, गिव इट। अब निदा एंड माही तुम मुझे ऊपर ऑलरेडी मिले हुए हो, और मेरे जो सपोर्टर्स हैं वो मुझे ऑलरेडी मिले हुए हैं, ठीक है। और उन्होंने हम सबको मिलके हमने ऊपर कहा हुआ है एक दूसरे को कि हम जिंदगी में मिलेंगे, एंड बिट्टू मैं तेरी हेल्प करूंगी टू फाइंड यू, टू फाइंड योरसेल्फ, टू सेल्फ। माही को मैंने कहा माही मैं आई विल हेल्प यू, राइट, I'll help you, I'll support you, and I'll guide you, and I'll literally give you that spark that you will remember who you are meant to be, right? Same way you know हमने एक दूसरे को किया हुआ है। So हमें जब पैदा होते हैं we have no idea who we are, और unfortunately हम इस जमाने में अब पैदा हुए हैं कि through media, through magazines, whatever, क्या क्या चल रहा है, politics, government, all this stuff, jobs, ये सारा कुछ, we have totally lost our true sense, true purpose, we have lost it. So everyone is so busy, ये भी हमारा इम्तिहान है, this is our test, ये भी एक टेस्ट अल्लाह ने इसी तरह हमें टेस्ट में डाला कि ओके मैंने you are गुमराह, you have to you have not figured out yourself, now go and find yourself, right? So मेरा जो first जो था ना experience of being, मैं कहती हूँ जो जिसने मुझे कहा कि here this is not who you are बिट्टू, find yourself, वो थी मेरी तमीना नवाब आजी. She's my mentor, she's my spiritual mentor, she's just, I think she's the biggest, वो throughout मेरे जिंदगी में रही है, ever since I was 15 to up to now, she has been always there for me, supporting me. उन्होंने मेरी जब मेरी divorce हुई थी back in 2008, तो I completely lost myself because मैंने अपना सब कुछ उस बंदे को दे दिया हुआ था, and he completely changed me into something that I was not even me, so he was like, you are not this, so he changed me into a different person totally, so I was lost. I was so lost that I was like, who am I? So I was discussing with Tamina Waji, at back then, and she said one thing, she said, which I'll never forget, that was very small thing, but इतनी मेरे लिए hit हुई है, that was the first time someone asked me कि who are you, but उनका ये था बेटू अपने आप को पहचान, अपने आप को पहचान, who you really are, this is not who you are. That was my journey, that was my start of knowing who I am. I was like, yeah, oh my God, this is not who I am, this is totally not. Then slowly मैंने अपने आप को वापस लाना शुरू किया, सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट की मैंने किया, मैंने अपने आप को, मैंने वो स्पिरिचुअल, शुक्र है वो स्पिरिचुअल मेरी वो इस्लामिक भी रही है मेंटर, तो उन्होंने वहाँ से मुझे किया, सपोर्ट किया, उन्होंने मुझे इस्लामिकली किया, स्पिरिचुअली क्योंकि मैं इतनी इंक्लाइंड ऑलरेडी थी, मैंने बुक्स पढ़ना शुरू कर दी, इतनी बुक्स पढ़ी है मैंने, आई थिंक मैंने कोई हंड्रेड्स एंड हंड्रेड्स बुक्स पढ़ी हैं जो कि मुझे याद भी नहीं है. You understand? Like ऐसा भी होता है ना कि इतनी बुक्स पढ़ लेते हो आप, अब आपको पता भी नहीं होता कि आपने क्या पढ़ा है, like exactly. वो होता है, वो क्या होता है, वो होता है कि you're experiencing that spiritual अपना अपने आप को वो experience कर. अब मैं पता है कहाँ पे पहुंच गई हूँ, I feel अब मैं experience नहीं कर रही, अब I think मैं ठहर गई हूँ, because अब वो stage आ गई है मेरी जिंदगी में कि अब मेरे में वो इतना आ गया हुआ है level of wisdom कि अब मुझे कहीं जाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ रही. अब मैं बन गई हूँ मैग्नेट, राइट, जो we were talking about the other day, कि अब मुझे कहीं जाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ रही. पहले मुझे जाना पड़ रहा था, I had to go to all the magnets first in order to receive everything that I needed. Now अब I have become a magnet. अब माही एनिदा वो आती है मेरे पास, वो चीजें आ रही हैं खुद ही ऑटोमेटिकली आई जा रही हैं जो टू सपोर्ट मी, टू कनेक्ट मी टू हु आई एम सपोज्ड टू बी, जो मेरा मेन पर्पस क्या है. तो मैं
वही वाली बात है ना, वो कहते हैं you have to fill your glass first and then
exactly. तो आई थिंक मेरा पहला ये था कि मैं फिल की जा रही थी. अब वो ग्लास इतना भर गया हुआ है कि वो बाहर निकल रहा है, अब वो बर्दाश्त नहीं कर पा रहा, वो कह रहा है बिट्टू निकाल, जितना कुछ है वो निकाल, which is that's the point कि पहले अपने आप को हेल्प करो, find who you are, then find Allah. Once you find Allah, then automatically you become a purpose you know जो अल्लाह चाहता है तुमसे, फिर वही लोगों को सेंड करेगा, वही लोगों को अट्रैक्ट करेगा, वही लोग आपकी जिंदगी में आएंगे, वही लोग आपसे क्या कहते हैं कुछ सीखेंगे. जिन्होंने नहीं करना होगा वो नहीं आएंगे, वो बल्कि चिर होगा उनको कि यार ये क्या बात करी. They won't even understand what I'm talking about. Like you guys understanding what I'm exactly talking about. There will be many people who say, yeah, ये क्या है, you know, ये क्या बातें कर रही है, because it's not their time. It's not their time. So I don't
intense even. बिट्टू बहुत intense है. नहीं like I've gotten that comment. Okay. Oh my God, ये तो फिर शुरू हो गए. ये लोग तो फिर अपना वो लेके शुरू हो गए.
Oh my God, I get it so many times. Whenever I start, there's so many friends of mine. It's like, oh, बिट्टू फिर lecture ना देना शुरू कर दी. You know, please.
और हम यहाँ पे प्यासे रहते हैं कि बिट्टू कहाँ गया, ज्ञान दे दो हमको. ज्ञान दे दो.
Because you guys are on the same path, you know, to find who are you supposed to be, you know, who you are, you get it exactly what you are. And since हम ऊपर मिले हुए हैं and हमने कहा हुआ है कि मैं तुम्हारी मदद करूंगी और तुम मेरी मदद करोगी, and मजे की बात ये है कि I'm not the only one who's helping you guys. See, मजा मुझे इसलिए आता है because Mahi को मैंने help किया तो Mahi is in return helping me. I helped you and you're helping me with sharing so much information out there that I don't even know. And you guys are like, बिट्टू ये हो गया, बिट्टू ये कर, बिट्टू ये हो गया. And I'm like, wow, like this is marvelous, you know, कि like मैंने तो कुछ भी नहीं किया. मैंने तो कुछ भी नहीं किया हुआ जितनी ये मेरी मदद कर रहे हैं. So that's, you know, that's how it is. Whatever you give to people, it comes back to you. You know?
It's true. मतलब मैं समराइज करना चाह रही हूँ, तुम जो कहा है ना अभी पूरी जो बात की है बिट्टू ने भी, माही ने भी, हमने भी, इसके सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बात जो माही ने कही थी वो ये है कि यू हैव टू फिल योरसेल्फ अप फर्स्ट. इसमें क्या होता है कि हम लोग अक्सर जो हैं, what I've noticed, and maybe you guys can correct me, is and even Bittu gave her story, कि like usually there's some very personal trigger. Like for me, it was my ex-husband. For you, Bittu, it was also when you were exiting this situation. Just make it, we got lost. We got completely lost. And the first instinct is कि हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं तो किसी भी whoever is closest to us उसको अपने साथ लेके आगे बढ़े. But man, 99.9% of the time उनका वक्त नहीं होता है. And we must fill ourselves first. उसके बाद फिर जब आप balance में आ जाते हैं, what you're saying, Bittu, is कि like you really do get to that point, and I felt like that last year. Finally, you get like, oh, I don't have to read any more books. I don't have to take any more courses. I'm now their peer. मतलब my longtime mentor Michael, we listen to Sadhguru, but you know I never felt like it. Even today I don't feel like, oh, Sadhguru mere samne aa jayenge to main, you know, bow down, all hail Sadhguru or something.
No, nothing like that. Yeah,
it's gonna be like a very peer-to-peer conversation, even though he still has like, I don't know, 30 years over me in spirituality.
Of course,
you get a sense of confidence.
But you see, because when you see him, you see yourself in him.
Yes,
see, because there's no two in this. We are all one, right? So
like
I
oneness,
see you,
yep.
I see you in myself. I see Mahi in myself. I see Sadhguru in myself. I see everyone in myself. So I don't have to be intimidated by them, right? Because I see you who you are in myself, you know. So
gain a quick question. When you say okay, I see myself in them, is it like the present self, past self, or future self?
Oh, बड़ा वज़नी इसने सवाल निकाला है.
Yeah. So you want to go take this one?
I'm taking this one, but I'm taking it back to Mahi. I do want to bring out another thing that I was going to say right before this, and it'll all tie in together really easily. First thing was, so I had my singing lesson yesterday, as I told you guys. And
oh my God, yes, you got to share.
I'm going to share that. He said the most beautiful thing. The very first thing he said to me as he was hearing me talk. पहले उन्होंने बड़ी बात की ना 15 मिनट के, like मैं बाद में पता चला कि he was trying to see कि मैं बात किधर से करती हूँ, हलक से या you know इधर से. And कहते हैं कि देखो ये जो आवाज है ना, it's like the most like खूबसूरत thing that the most खूबसूरत thing has created. Meaning Allah is the most beautiful thing. He would only create the most beautiful thing. तो इसको तुम हलक में फंसा के तुम एक बहुत नाइंसाफी कर रही हो, बहुत नाइंसाफी कर रही हो.
सही बात है.
And that goes for all of us, Bittu. For me, it's singing. right?
Yes.
For you guys, it's your words, it's your love that you guys are pouring out. And so number one, that's that. So I would say let's first of all start with there. Whatever was given to you is gonna be the most ultimate beautiful thing. So let's make sure that we give it the full expression, the full permission. But back to Mahi's question, is which self was it? The past, present, or the future, right? But Mahi, you said the other day that
देखो मेरे पर ला रही हो वापस से
she's making you think. Yeah,
I'm making it. I'm bringing it back. हाँ, exactly. तुम्हें तो अब जवाब मिल गया. मैं बाकी सब audience को. I'm bringing it because you made me realize something. इतनी सी उसमें 1 second की उसने बात में my entire paradigm just shifted because all along I have believed in past lives. I have, because I have felt it. You know, we all have stories and feelings, and pata nahi, they are bad memories, poor created memory. I don't know, whatever. I felt it always. But then Mahi was like, there is no such thing as a past life because there is no such thing as time. So it's all happening in the now. तो जो भी आप feel कर रहे हैं वो हो रहा है, अभी हो रहा है. So whatever the self is, it's your now self. And the now self is the highest self. The end.
That's it. Talia.
ऐसे कभी कभार मेल करता है कि मैं कॉलर ऊपर कर लूं, but this is not me who says all of this. मजे की बात है कि बेटो तुमने बात करनी शुरू किया तो मुझे ना, मैं क्योंकि आजकल बहुत ज्यादा concentrate करना आवाज पे, so there was like a shadow voice coming when you were talking. It was like एक बेटो की आवाज थी और एक there was an underlying voice under there.
I'm sure because when I start talking, especially क्योंकि मुझे होता है मैं बोलूं, you know, जो wait कर रही होती है, because it's not me, it's something else like telling me कि ये चीज तूने बोल और बोल दे, you know, you cannot stop right now, you have to talk to them. तभी वो मैं बोलती जाती हूँ without knowing कि मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे नहीं पता मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ, but उनको पता है क्या बोल रही हूँ, तो वो फिर बोलते रहते हैं. So इसलिए कभी कभार मैं I'm sorry अगर मैं बहुत ज्यादा बोल जाती हूँ.
No, but I have noticed. मैंने बिट्टू से कुछ दिन पहले बात करी थी, तो I said something to बिट्टू. She suggested something to me, and you know, and the funny thing is, उसी से एक दिन पहले मेरी दूसरी दोस्त ने मुझे exactly वही चीज suggest की थी, and I was like, like मैंने नहीं सुननी है बात. मुझे पता है कि advice सही थी और अच्छी थी, मुझे उस वक्त नहीं सुननी थी. फिर बिट्टू ने मुझे अब she didn't know. She said the exact same thing to me with other words and everything, and I was like, बिट्टू, I cannot say no to you. मैं किसी और से झूठ मूठ भी ही हाँ कर सकती हूँ, but I cannot say no. And Bittu, you said to me that's because I'm not the one saying it. You know who's saying these words. हाय बेचारी frozen हो गई.
नहीं sorry है, मैं मजाक कर रही हूँ.
Sorry. You are.
कट हो गया
था.
नहीं कोई बात नहीं. Meditation pose में.
Bittu, so I was saying that you told me that मैं इसलिए सुनती हूँ because it's not you talking, it's the higher self talking. It's Allah talking, or you know whomever the higher self talking to you. And I was like, I don't care who, what, how, what. I just know that I have such an accountability to this thing, and I know exactly the intention of that voice coming through. Like I don't even need to think about it. I don't need to wonder like. I don't freaking care.
No, that means
and it worked for me. I did it. It worked for me. It helped me. Yeah, I mean, you know, look, at least मेरा mood तो ठीक हो गया ना. मेरा गुलिया जो बेहाल हुआ था.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's.
Mashallah. That's what.
Yeah. And it was nothing. बात है. किसी को पता ही नहीं कि हुआ क्या है. बताइयो चल रही है.
नहीं तुमको बताई तो थी story.
देखो ऑडियंस को तो नहीं पता ना, तो फिर
ऑडियंस को नहीं पता, but I'll say this, it's too personal of a story to share here, but I'll say this, we all have moments in our life where आपको logically पता भी है कि आप you know how to manage emotionally and you know how you should be reacting, but it's just so close to you that you let it run away. Like मतलब जिसे कहते हैं ना भागते हुए घोड़ों की तरह से, like it takes over your emotion, it takes over your logical this thing, and it's giving you agony and suffering. And whether that's a decision you made, and usually it's not. Usually it's like when you're helpless about something. And I was helpless in this situation कि like मेरा कोई control नहीं था situation पे. So how do you literally release that and let it go to the universe. मतलब बिट्टू तुमने और मेरी दूसरी भी दोस्त whose name was also Fatma, she said to me कि this problem was brought to you by something far higher than you. You have to take it back to that and ask, this is yours. You gave it to me and now you will figure it out for me. How you know, that gap between being there and asking and releasing, you know, and asking for someone to help you, that is that little space in between, that's the magic. You can let it destroy you or you can let it make you.
Because जहीं हमारी ego आती है ना, we start destroying ourselves. हमारा पर्पस ही ये है कि हमने अपने ऐसा ईगो खत्म करनी है. और जो ही मजे की बात है, ईगो जितनी नीचे आती रहेगी ना, हम उतने बड़े होते रहेंगे. You know, because ego हमारी इतनी बड़ी होती है कि हम अपने आप को समझते हैं कि पता नहीं हम क्या चीज है, but in the end we are nothing. See, I believe that there are two things that you have to walk in between them: wisdom in knowing that you're nothing, wisdom in knowing that you're nothing, yet you're everything in love, and love is Allah, right? उनके बीच में अगर आप चलते रहोगे ना, you're everything. You're everything. I'm everyone. I am that I am. You're not. But at the same time, I'm nothing. I'm nothing. So उनके बीच में आपने चलना है. And to balance that out, इतना मुश्किल है, you know, to balance this, because हम obviously human being हैं, हमारे इम्तिहान होते हैं, हमारे टेस्ट होते रहते, you know, and we struggle every day. But अगर ये game बन जाए ना कि नफ्स को हमने बस खत्म करना है किसी तरह, you know, मौला अली का कॉल है, you know, कि अब नफ्स एक घोड़े की तरह एक सवारी है, घोड़ा है, ठीक है, कि अगर उसको संभाल लिया ना घोड़े को, ठीक है, तो वो आपको बहुत जबरदस्त सवारी देगा, राइड देगा, राइट? अगर वो बिदक गया तो आपको गिरा देगा. सो इसी तरह हम नफ्स के अगर हम कंट्रोल में रखेंगे ना, तो हमारी लाइफ जो है ना बहुत स्मूथली चलती रहेगी और बहुत अच्छे तरीके से चलती रहेगी. विल हैव ए अमेजिंग लाइफ. जो ही हमारी ईगो को हमने थोड़ा सा कट इधर लाया, वो बिदगा नहीं और हम नीचे गिरे नहीं. You know?
Something that really worked for me, especially to battle my ego, and you know how the way I responded was, the first question I would ask myself was, what would love do?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's it.
So you guys, अगर जो भी सुन रहे conversation, right, and let's assume कि some of them are at the very beginning, just like we were, कि like बिल्कुल ही मुसीबत में आए और समझ में नहीं आता, लेकिन अब बर्दाश्त नहीं रही, and they know there's more. So knowing that there are different things that suit to different people, right? Like, what are some suggestions of like how we got started, or what, like now that you've been doing it for 7+ years, all of us, at least about a decade for each of us, really, what would we say like are good places to start? Just mein like logon ko bhatakne ki zarurat na pade.
Mahi, go.
Okay. First of all,
he's like, I've got this.
I know.
I'm taking notes कि मैं कहीं भूल ना जाऊँ कुछ. The first thing is do breathing exercises. ठीक है ना? Sit down in a quiet space. Just take long deep breaths. ठीक है ना? Breathe in 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Breathe out 1, 2, 3, 4. ठीक है ना? और इसी तरह when you're quiet and you're just listening to your breathing, it starts building this awareness around you, ठीक है ना? And mind chatter होता है. If it's something that you don't want to listen to or get to, just let it go. But keep yourself open to what's coming in, ताकि पता चलेगा कि what exactly is bothering you. ठीक है? So once you connect with the information that is pouring in, that's where the solutions start to come in through you. So it is a little difficult for people, but वो ये है कि जितना आप करेंगे उतना ज़्यादा you'll get better at it. Yeah, that's my number one.
That is an immediately actionable thing, of course. Anyone can go and do that. I would recommend, because मेरी प्यास जो थी वो knowledge की उसमें थी, or relatability, if you will. तो मुझे बहुत help मिली थी to listen and watch people who I felt like, oh, they got me, or they know what I'm talking, or they know what I'm feeling. And so I would highly, highly recommend, like as a starter, to watch, there's a channel on YouTube that's just like one of my favorites. It's called Spirit Science. And they have like their first videos from 1 to 12, yeah, something like that, I believe, are like 10 minute ki hoti hain. And they start to piece together, and at least in my perspective, I was like, you know, jitni cheezein maine suni thi zindagi bhar mein, they started to put it in this very like orderly, step by step, very comprehensive, like digestible version of what it all means, how it's all tied together. तो जब मैंने वो वीडियो सुनी तो मुझे एकदम से इतनी मुझे इजी हो गई ना मेरी अंडरस्टैंडिंग हर चीज की कि लाइक ओके आई अंडरस्टैंड कि लाइक व्हाट फॉर्मेट व्हाट स्ट्रक्चर ऑल दीस थिंग्स आई हैव हर्ड अबाउट लाइक व्हाट दे ऑल मीन. And then if that doesn't stand out to you, if someone here is like logical, then I would highly recommend Bruce Lipton ka Biology of Belief ka lecture. He walks you through step by step how scientifically at a cellular level your perception or your emotion can change your structure of your cell. It is a proven freaking fact. It's called epigenetics. You know, it's now like up this baat ko bhi 10 saal ho gaye, you know, since he put it out. I've met the guy, amazing, incredible man, and I adore him. Up to epigenetics are like a massive study field. So those are my 2 suggestions. And then if we want to take even a third route, I would say by and far Sadhguru. All you have to do is literally look him up on YouTube. He is by and far one of the most extraordinary teachers of this time, and I've benefited a lot from a couple of things that I've done with him. And his book Inner Engineering is like just absolutely changed my life upside down completely.
Well said. I would say that self-inquiry is the best. The number one thing is self-inquiry, and how you do that is by asking yourself the utmost important question: who am I? I think when we ask this question, that who are you, that is the beginning of opening up the doors, all the doors that is going to lead you towards who you are. And once those doors open up, you'll find ways, you'll find people, they'll just start coming towards you, you know, and they'll start helping you one way or the other. कुछ भी नहीं करोगे, बैठे होगे, you'll be like, wow, अच्छा, मुझे ये knowledge मिली है, you know, wow, अच्छा, wow, I didn't even know, you know. But you're अपनी ego को खत्म करके listen. हमारी प्रॉब्लम ये ज्यादा होती है कि हम समझते हैं हमें सब कुछ पता है, तो हम बोलते जा रहे होते हैं, और किसी को अगर सुने भी ना तो हम उस तरह सुनते हैं कि हमें नहीं सुनना भाई, because we know better, right? So humble yourself if you want to know who you are, truly who you are, and go from there. And अगर हम देखते हैं दूसरे बंदे को कि ये भी बंदा हमारी तरह है, you know, तो हमारी जो ईगो है, हमारी जो एंगर है, वो ऑटोमेटिकली खत्म हो जाएगा. Why? Because nobody is perfect. We are all sinners in different way. So judgmental, you know, thing automatically खत्म ही हो जाती है, judging people कि हाँ ये इस तरह का है, उस तरह का, उस तरह का. Why? Because हम अपने आप को नहीं देख रहे होते. You know, try to focus on yourself. Try to grow yourself. Try to find your faults. Once you're so busy in finding those faults, आपको दूसरे की होश ही नहीं रहती. हमारा काम ये नहीं है कि हमने दूसरों को जानना है, दूसरों से हमने डील करना है. Yes, people come in our lives, and honestly अभी बात जो हो रही थी ना कि हमारे एक्सेस की वजह से हमें ये हुआ, that's not a blessing है. उनकी भी वो जॉब थी, उनका ये जॉब था कि हमें ये यहाँ तक लेके आए, हमारे साथ इस तरह करें. So इसलिए I have no grudges, you know, whatsoever against my ex, because he helped me to become who I am right now. So I'm very grateful to him. कि अगर वो वाकई ना आता मेरी जिंदगी में तो शायद मैंने फिगर आउट नहीं करना था, and मैं जो अभी बिट्टू हूँ मैं वो बिट्टू ना होती, you know. So what he has given me it's a great gift, because that's what he was meant to do, you know. And when he did that, उसका मिशन खत्म हो गया, वो चैप्टर क्लोज, मेरा दूसरा चैप्टर शुरू हुआ, मेरा डोर खुल गया, and I'm like, yay, now I can finally figure out who I am, you know. So I think that's how you learn. अगर आप समझने शुरू कि हर बंदा आपको एक पर्पस के लिए देने आया है, purpose के लिए आया है. So find out कि वो क्या purpose है, instead of being like, oh no, heck no, you're not there, you're not gonna find it. Once you are going to understand that, automatically what's gonna happen, इसके वो जब purpose खत्म हो जाएगा, वो बंदा आपकी जिंदगी से चला जाएगा. हम रहते ही उन लोगों के साथ इसलिए हैं क्योंकि हम अपना पर्पस जो वो आए हुए होते हैं उनको समझते नहीं है. So जब वो पर्पस खत्म हो जाएगा, then automatically आपकी जिंदगी से खत्म भी हो जाएगा, चले भी जाएंगे.
मैं एक और चीज ऐड करूंगी.
Yes.
If we have time, I don't know what our time limit is.
I think we have about like maximum 10 minutes.
Okay, I'll make it very quick. ठीक है ना? एक तो मैंने breathing बोला था, ठीक है ना? And listening. The second thing is journaling. It's very, 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 very important for new beginners, especially when you're asking the why, what, when question. Write it down, say it out loud 3 times, and then just give yourself a break and then start writing random stuff. ठीक है ना? Automatically जो है ना, when you're doing that automatic writing, the answer will show up. ठीक है ना? Just keep writing. एक अच्छा question जो है ये जीना देवी की जो book है नहीं आई है, इसमें है कि if you're in a situation where you're stuck or in a problem, you just ask a question. I am thrilled this is happening now because ... and then you expand on that. Because
I agree.
Everything is a
That's
test.
beautiful.
Everything, yeah.
So it's just finding why it's happening.
Yeah,
why it's
yeah.
happening to you.
Why the things
I think the key magic जो भी माही ने जो suggestion दिया है is that, you know, a lot of people will have a really hard time when they come across things like affirmations बोला कीजिए, you know, and your mind is like beyond smarter than what you think it is. It's got you wrapped up subconsciously around all these nice little formulas that you don't even know बचपन से आप create करते चले जा रहे हैं up to function the way you've been functioning. Okay, so if you tell yourself, oh, I'm a billionaire, your mind's gonna be like, that's bullshit. You don't have $1 billion in your bank, therefore I'm not a billionaire. चाहे कितने भी मुंह से कह लें. So the question that Mahi is suggesting, the key around this to say something like I'm very excited about something is to actually feel into that. Feel whatever excitement you can find in that situation. Okay? Make sure it's real. The
Not even positive excitement, negative excitement. अगर आपके ऊपर कुछ मुसीबतें आ रही हैं, you write why you're thrilled that this is happening because it's going to bring that transformation in you.
Like I
it's
said,
going to work
like
for you.
It's happening
exactly.
To us, it's a blessing.
But you have to feel it. You must feel some level of, just say, to be keh I'm so grateful for my ex-husband. I'm also grateful for my ex-husband for all these things. There's some, like, even when this, you know, freaking coronavirus thing happened, mujhe yaad hai, I felt very excited that I know that there's going to be a massive change for the positive at the end of this. When you feel that excitement, right, or when you feel that emotion, that thing is what you're attracting to yourself. Chahe that thing makes sense to you now or does not, whether it logically fits into your understanding right now or does not, the reason that these affirmations and this like superficial stuff doesn't work for a lot of people or it gets frustrating is because they haven't learned that it's as simple as you gotta feel into it. And if you can't feel into it, you're like, I can't fathom excitement for this crap of a situation, then at least try to find your way to becoming neutral instead of chasing for this thing ke, oh, you know, mujhe ye career chahiye, mujhe ye ladka chahiye, mujhe falani looks, whatever the thing is that you think you want, try to become neutral about it. And that that neutrality, which we'll explain in like another time, from Reality Transurfing, the book that I told you guys about, that neutrality is like ऐसी चीज थी कि जिसपे मेरे सर पे पहाड़ की तरह से मेरी एक डिजायर जो है एक साथ सर पे चढ़ के आ गई. You know, everything I'd been wanting all at the same time. So, but the starting point, I think, to Mahi's suggestion is that. Lastly, what I was going to say is, the reason I suggested so many different things is because हर एक की language different है. किसी को logical तरीके से समझ में आए, किसी को experiential, किसी को visual, किसी को whatever. मेरे जो मैंने experience किया था, my singing teacher, who I've known him vaguely because I know him from a performance, I know who they are, I've talked to them here and there. When I got on the call with him, he had already spent a near 24-hour period observing me. Wow. How I speak, videos I had put up, what things I like, what things I'm driven by and driven towards. So the entire conversation, which I didn't know until the end, he was speaking to me in terms of spiritual energy, all these things to get me to buy into what he was saying. He was like, I don't care, मुझे नहीं परवाह कि मैं कैसे मनाऊं, कैसे सिखाऊं, but मुझे ये पता है कि मैंने आपकी वीडियोस देखी हैं, this is the subject you're into, तो मैं उसी लैंग्वेज से आपसे बात करूंगा. And I was like completely blown away, because this is a guy in Karachi, part of a, mashallah, one of the most mashhoor Qawwal families.
Wow.
And of course, they're probably religious. Of course, they probably have a completely different experience in mind view.
Wow.
But he had the capability to discuss things with me on a complete energy level. And he changed my voice in 2.5 hours. He walked my voice from where I thought I was like, hi, it's not doing this, it's not doing that. And he was like, oh, तुम्हें नहीं लग रहा था कि हलक से निकलेगी तुम्हारी आवाज, and walked me through the whole thing. और धाड़ करके मेरी आवाज निकली at the end. I was like, so that's why I say it's very important to find the people that you're suited to find the thing that suits you.
गाना भी गा के एक थोड़ा सा गाना गा दो.
Okay, मैं फिर वही गाना गाती हूँ, तुम लोग बस मुझे बताओ कि तुम लोगों को difference notice होता है कि नहीं, ठीक है? रात यूं दिल में तेरी खोई हुई याद आई, जैसे वीरान में चुपके से बाहर आ जाए, जैसे सहराओं में हौले से चले बादे नसीम, जैसे बीमार को बेवजह करार आ जाए.
Oh my God, you have just opened up. वो जो भी stuck था ना, that सब कुछ you opened up. Wow.
निदा कल ना वो जो होस्ट था ना, उसने बिट्टू को गाना गवाया था. मैं तुम्हें बहुत मिस कर रही थी.
अब तो देखना पड़ेगा guys, so we should link
मैंने सब कुछ
the
किया
video.
वहाँ पे. I mean literally like parody से लेकर उन्होंने कहा गाना गाओ, गाने से लेकर मतलब
एक्टिंग करो,
एक्टिंग सब कुछ. अच्छा ये लोग क्या है अपना पूरा गेटअप लेके आए. वो नूरजहां मैंने पैरोडी बहुत पहले की हुई थी, तो वो कहते कि अपना वो पूरा गेटअप लेके आ और पूरा करना शुरू कर दो. मैं कहा है एक्सक्यूज मी, दैट टेक्स टाइम, इतना आसानी है. बट ये हमें देखना मजे का शो है. But yeah, that was beautiful. I just पहले भी मैं I'm your number one fan.
Honestly, truly.
देखो मन को ना हाफ कर दो, हाफ तुम ले लो, हाफ मैं ले लेती हूँ ना, हम दोनों मिला के मन कर देते हैं.
Ultimately it was you guys who literally walked me to the path of training and convinced me that this is something beyond it. And it took 4 years. It took 4 years of someone saying that, but once you guys said it, I was like, oh, okay. It was like, the first time you guys said it, and I went for it.
Oh my God!
So here I am. Yeah. I'm very excited, very excited. So,
that's.
I'm gonna end the recording here.
Okay. Done. I love you guys.
Love you guys.